Panharmonicon presents a podcast.
Simone, get going. Just don't be distracted by all the what-ifs, or even the should-haves and if-onlys. The one thing that you chose for yourself, that's the truth of your universe.
All the guts. You gonna get all the guts like Gus. You gonna get all the guts like Gus. You gonna get all the guts like Gus. Dang, girl. Watch me. I was gonna say watch me bust, but I wasn't trying to make it a
where you were going, and I was like,
not gonna. Row, fight the power.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know the other words, but row, fight the power. You can do it.
Speaking of busts.
Oh.
So, like, you said you didn't want it to be sexual.
Okay.
Like, so in the Ghostbusters song, do you think Ray
Bustin'
Parker
Make Me Feel
Jr.
Good?
was going for that?
Oh,
or do you
100%.
think that...
There's no way.
When did he say bust? Like, he's always
Bustin'
saying
makes
bust.
me feel good.
Bustin' makes. Dang.
That was for the adults for sure. That was.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, wasn't it like
Because,
a
it's not for kids, huh?
Yeah, I was about to say. It was like what? Rated R? PG-13 movie?
It's,
Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters 1, I think, is PG-13.
Okay.
But I think Ghostbusters 2 is PG.
Oh. They rolled it back. Okay.
So, I mean, like, because think of all the, the merchandising that came out of Ghostbusters.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always about the money. What else is about the
But
money?
let me tell you something. Welcome to another episode of...
I was like, your transition was way better than mine. I was just had nowhere to go.
Welcome to another episode of Panharmonicon Studios presents...
Oh, yeah, podcast.
Oh, yeah, brother.
For 3 rounds.
I said 3 minutes, but then I was like, this is going to be a lot longer than that.
We got you for an hour. What happened to $3,000? Well, read the article again, webhead. The article said $3,000 for 3 minutes, and you pinned him in 2. For that, you're lucky I even give you that. That dude was an asshole.
Oh, that's wrestling.
Yeah, well, we're not talking.
I mean,
about
that's like
movie
underground wrestling.
That's true.
I guess, honestly, I mean, if you
Might
look at
have
the
been
Vince
sanctioned.
McMahon stuff,
Yeah.
like, that's just how wrestling
Sorry.
promoters are, I guess.
Yeah, true.
But let me tell you something there, little man. Looks like we're gonna be doing a Macho Man podcast today. Here's one of your hosts talking about some Tingin Top and Gurren Lagann, yeah. I'm the Macho Man Demon Savage. And here today are my other hosts.
The Macho Man, Farron Savage, and Macho Man Andrew Savage. We're all Macho Men.
You had Andy Savage right there, and you didn't use it.
Oh, damn.
It's okay. This will kill my throat
Yeah.
if I continue to do this.
Immediately
already coughing up a lung.
Oh, Lord.
But
Andy Savage. That's so good. I'm so sorry. That was a lob that I completely missed.
you know, it happens. It happens to the best, especially since you don't go by Andy. I'm assuming
That's true.
you're Andrew,
Yeah.
so it'd make more sense to
Yeah,
use your whole
I've
name.
never called you Andy. I don't think.
No, people just come out of left field and call me Andy, and I mean, it happens. I'm not going to be upset, but I was never called Andy growing up.
I don't know. I just assumed that you would not take well to it.
Wow.
Well, not that you're because you're a great guy. It's more like
No.
like I've had other experiences with people when I try to just like abbreviate their name or say
Yeah.
like something that's common. They're like, I don't do that. I'm like, so
You're
I'm
like,
okay,
I'm sorry.
well, like guys,
So, you got such a versatile name, though.
yeah.
Like Damon is only one way, but you got like Andy,
Yeah.
Andrew, Drew. Like you got like a Swiss Army knife name
Yeah.
that you
Yeah, man.
you can just
Three
take it as it
different
is.
Andrew is the Swiss Army knife of names.
And if you want to know what the Swiss Army knives of podcasts are, you're looking at your boys right now.
Ooh,
Oh
nice.
yeah.
The Panharmonicon crew. And we want to thank you guys for listening to another episode. Spotify peeps, if you like that little Macho Man cast we gave at the beginning, give us a rating of 1 to 5. 1 if you didn't like it, 5 if you did. Hoping to see 5s, because if you didn't like that,
We got nothing
if you don't like the Macho Man Randy Savage, there's something wrong with you. I can understand if you don't know him, but if you don't like him, there's something wrong with you. And I'm talking to you, Hulk Hogan fans. If you won't like the Macho Man Randy Savage, we're about to have a big problem. Yes, sir. So, comments, both Spotify and YouTube. Drop one. Let us know what you're thinking. I already talked to my Spotify guys, my YouTube crew. If you can give us a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I know it probably looks like you might be subscribed because you're seeing our stuff because it's just dropping in on your front page. But make sure you hit it. It should turn from white to red, letting you know you hit it. And if you are subscribed, we thank you so much for being subscribed. But hit that notification bell so that it lets you know when we put out new stuff.
Please and thank you. Also, if you hit it, please don't quit it.
Stick around.
Yeah.
We're into cuddling.
Hit it and quit it. We're cuddle guys.
We're no longer movie guys.
We're cuddle guys. We need a shirt with like the three of us like in a train. Like, well, that's not.
What?
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Not in a train. Not that kind of train.
Like Thomas the Tank.
But like,
and-
You mean like an actual
hugging-
train?
But like hugging each other. Oh boy.
I don't know how to take this.
I need to. I was gonna say I need to draw a picture.
It's
Then
not a
that's-
train. I don't think that. I think we should have just
I
put
think
something.
But like,
No.
if I'm standing
just a
in
line.
front,
We could have just said a line, like a conga line.
like
of
a
hugs.
yes,
Yes,
a conga line of
yeah,
hugs.
yeah.
Oh my god. I could have done better. I'm sorry.
Whew.
Wow. Wowie wow.
Yeah, okay. Well,
start.
transitioning from that. I don't got one,
Nope.
but I will just ask how you fellas are doing.
Doing all right, you know. Hey, had some good Thai food last night. Went to Teak. Have you guys ever been to Teak?
I've been to Teak.
No, it's somewhere downtown. Couldn't really. It's better landmark by Memorial Hall. So I guess OTR. So
Actually,
Yeah.
did we go there? A few years ago, 2021, after we saw one of the My Hero Academia movies.
oh wow.
What was it Teak we went to?
Maybe it was another place. Was it another place that starts with a Z? Maybe I don't know.
Oh.
I
Yeah, we
remember
went
us
to.
going over-
Yeah, we went to. Dang, I forget the name of it because they got a place
Zora.
by my place now.
Oh,
Yeah.
for the world.
It was because there was a place. Sorry, so
You're
right
good.
by Music Hall,
Memorial Hall.
Memorial Hall.
I think Washington Park.
Yeah, so it's like kind of that would be kind of near like Quan Hapa and stuff is.
I thought that was Music Hall, like where Washington Park,
Might be the same place, but we're just calling it two different things.
or is Memorial Hall right next to Music Hall? Oh boy! So you got Thai though.
Got Thai. It was
Yeah,
very good.
yeah.
Yeah, got a masaman curry. So that's
Awesome.
yeah, and it was. I went. I was starting out. I was like, I'm gonna pick a 6, and then someone ordered before me, and they're like, I'm gonna go an 8. So I was like, I'll go 7. Got a little competitive, and it didn't. It was still good. Did not burn me. No pun intended. But it was good. Yeah, it was nice, spicy. I think masaman's kind of like where I've been landing with my Thai stuff, because like green, especially for Thai curry. But like green curry, very good. Red curry, very good. But masaman, just the pineapple. I'm
Oh,
just
it's a yellow
pineapple
curry?
guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a yellow.
Pineapple guy.
I'm a pineapple guy.
Pineapple is
Down to the
good.
sea.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was me.
Oh yeah, man. Sounds delicious.
It
It
was.
does sound good.
Have you been eating any good things lately? How you been doing?
Yeah, I've been fine.
How's your tummy?
I've been mostly just. I haven't really been eating like. I haven't been adventurous yet in a while. I've just been kind of just eating my normal chick.
Yeah.
Just I'll make some like tuna, or I'll make some chicken up. Get some like broccoli and some rice.
Hey,
Just
all you
do
need.
my thing.
Right.
Things I've been doing though. So I got to play the demo for Marvel Cosmic Invasion,
Oh.
which is a upcoming beat 'em up made by Tribute Games, put out by .emu. So basically the same pair that put out TMNT Shredder's Revenge.
Okay, so like
A
the
couple
side
years ago.
scroller.
Yep. So the side scroller beat 'em up,
Okay.
but just with like
Streets of
Marvel
Rage, is
characters.
that
Another good one.
Yes.
here.
Yes.
Steam released it on their Steam Next
Ooh.
event. They did this same event like a couple of months ago, and I got to play Ninja Gaiden and not Ninja Gaiden Black, or not Ninja Gaiden 4, but the Ninja Gaiden side-scrolling game, and also Absalom. I got that, was just like a side-scroller roguelike.
Cool.
Beat 'em up roguelike. So Marvel Cosmic Invasion is really good. I think when it comes out, it will definitely be like, it's not going to be a game of the year because only certain games at this point really get to become game of the year.
Yeah.
But I think this will be a very highly rated game. It mixes like concepts of Captain America and the Avengers. It mixes like the Capcom beat 'em ups that came out on the SNES. It mixes Marvel vs. Capcom. It has like this system where you use two characters, but you can switch them in and out, but they also can work as assists. So you have like the ability, like, so the left bumper is like switch out.
Okay.
But if you hold it and hit like one of the face buttons, A, B, X, Y, the character does a different thing, but then they don't switch out. So like they might launch a character, like they might launch an enemy, or they may like do a defensive position behind you to like block something from behind you. They can come in doing a combo to like extend your combo.
Damn.
And then if you hit the special, like the ultimate one, and you hit like both the ultimate and the tag in, they both do their special if you have like both their bars filled.
Oh.
It's actually really technical, and I think it may come across as being too complicated for some people who just want to be able to hit one button a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
But I found it very fun. It's so it's so different than a lot of the other beat 'em ups. So like for instance, there isn't like a dedicated like grab. You can't just like walk up on anybody and grab them. Only certain characters can grab, and it's their like special.
Oh.
So like the demo gives you Cap, Venom, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Nova, She-Hulk, Rocket, and Phyla-Vul.
Wow.
Does size matter in that game? Like for like hitboxes and stuff? With
always
Rocket
matters.
being
So Rocket is considered like your like small fast character in like the beat 'em up. So it'd be like Skate or Cherry, but he also is a ranged character.
Oh,
so like
cool.
If you're away from somebody and you just hit like the normal attack button, he shoots. But if he gets up close on somebody, he will actually like punch and scratch.
Interesting.
And then She-Hulk, for instance, is a character that can grab.
Okay.
So
that
like
makes sense.
her special is like grab, and then you either do like you throw them forward or you spin and like throw them behind you. And Wolverine is also a grab character, but his grab is different. Like his grab is he jumps onto you and latches onto you, and then you can hit the attack button to like stab into a person a bunch of times.
Whoa.
So it's very varied, and the demo gives you 2 levels. First level is against Beetle, and the second one is against Taskmaster. And it's very like, it reminded me of Captain America and Avengers because like at the beginning, like the enemy says something on their way to like leaving out, and then in like Shredder's Revenge, they like appear kind of multiple times throughout the level, like as a background. So it was really fun, and I cannot wait for this game to actually come out. Still does not have actual release date. It just keeps saying 2025. And we're kind of running out of 2025 for it to come out of.
You're quickly running out of 2025, dude. It's October.
Yeah, so it needs to figure itself out.
Well, November.
It hasn't
Time
even
you're listening to
given
this
all
episode,
the
but
characters yet, which is like really weird.
Yeah.
So the roster is still not been fully revealed.
No, the last people they showed were Silver Surfer and
Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Oh.
Black Panther.
Before that, it was Black Panther and I was about to say Daredevil, but I don't think it was Daredevil. And maybe it was Daredevil. So I think they have 3 characters. It's either 2 or 3 characters left to show.
Okay.
And oddly enough, outside of Venom, there hasn't been any villains. So I'm wondering if that will round out with villains. It's hard to tell because the storyline kind of is a mix of the Infinity storyline and the Annihilation storyline. And both of those storylines involve Thanos.
Yeah.
But I think Thanos is actual, like a boss in this game. I think I remember seeing him in one of the trailers as a boss that they fight. So I don't know if they'll round out the Avengers or if they'll just go like, let's just give you some crazy people, because this wasn't those stories aren't heavily Avengers focused, so it gives them a large amount of characters to deal with. And we'll see. But that's what I've been doing. Yeah. What have you been doing, Mr. Fair?
What have I been doing? That's a great question. I feel like I had something, but then all of a sudden I just don't remember if I have anything at all. Am I even who I thought I was? Just been still baking and whatnot. I had several cannolis last night. Ooh, I hit that table hard.
Cannoli?
Yeah. So my good buddy Corbin got married yesterday, and so we had dinner
congrats to him.
Last night, and so that was really fun, and I think with the competition stuff that we're looking at pushing it out a few more months. You know, going into 2026 in the spring. So I had some cannolis, man, and I had pasta, and I was eating food.
Hey.
And I felt like a human.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back.
I appreciate that, dude. I've been thinking about just, okay, what is dinner gonna look like tonight? And you brought up teak, and now I'm thinking, is that what's gonna be my tummy tonight?
Freak it up, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna just yeah. So I think it's just there is some excitement brewing inside of me, just about just certain things opening. But I am like still just sticking to
keeping an eye on things.
Yeah, I'm not just like going to go wild. But it is one of those things where I'm starting to understand more of what I've heard judges say in the past. Because I remember doing shows and coming off, and like in the after show when the judges and all of the like athletes that had competed that day are together eating, and one of the judges I remember years ago telling me that like typically when he's bulking, he doesn't just eat whatever he wants. He just eats more of what he already eats when he's getting ready for a competition. And at the time I thought that was crazy. I was like, dude, nah, if you're bulking, just eat the world. And now I'm at this point where it's like it took so long to get here to just like shed that 45 pounds that I'm like I don't want to bounce out of dude. I because I will typically, complete transparency, when a show's done, I don't, there is no slow tapering out of it. It is just I go from 0 to 100 real quick. Dude, this one time I bought a different snack every day for a month. Every day, literally. And if I didn't go to the store that day and I missed like 3 days, I would just go to the store and buy 3 different snacks to make up for the 3 days that I missed. And by the time I was done, I collected a closet full of 30 odd snacks, Pop-Tarts, Butterfingers, all of the stuff that I had not been eating. And my competition was at the beginning of vacation. So I had 10 days after that. I was just going to be able to, I'm going to go hard. I'm going to eat crazy. And I made it through like a fourth of it. And eventually I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I don't want these things. So it definitely does like change your palate. And as I've gotten older, I'm just like eating several pizzas and burgers and fries every single day just does not feel appetizing at all. Yeah. But having it as just like a 1 day a week, one meal where I just kind of like expand my horizons a little bit and then just kind of keep things strict every other time. Just feels like that's the life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to find a balance.
Absolutely. And you know where else is good to find balance? Between your Gurren and your Lagann.
You take some Gurren and some Lagann and you get Gurren Lagann.
I'm sorry. I have no idea what the full name of it is. Is it
Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Tengen Top. It sounds like a pizza. Like Tengen toppings, like Tengen toppings.
Let me get some Tengen toppings.
Gurren
It's like a pizza that just constantly evolves.
you just slice new stuff on top.
Yeah. Tengen Top. Pizza Hut's new Tengen Top and Gurren Lagann.
Mm-hmm.
What are you eating tonight?
Believe in the pizza that believes in you.
Yeah. Don't believe in the pizza as it is now. Believe in the pizza that believes in the you that is the future now version. Of
Believing in that pizza.
Yeah.
Yep. So we are going to be getting into the second half of our Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann two-parter. But before we get into that, got a little brain teaser for the boys. Been pulling some bad movie descriptions, plots of movies explained poorly from a Reddit, and got one for him today that's very short, succinct. You'll probably get it. This movie is named after a famous actor. However, that actor does not appear in the movie at all.
Being John
That's
Malkovich? Oh, he's probably in that movie. I've never seen it, but
I haven't either. I've always just assumed he was in it, though. Maybe he's not. I don't know. It's not being John Malkovich.
Movie's named after a famous actor. Even though he's not in it.
Can we get a year?
Wait a minute.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry.
No, you're good. If you got something, you need to talk it out.
Yeah. Ooh, I feel like I'm that would be rude. I said I was gonna feel like I'm giving birth, and I'm like, that is a slap in the face. That is not what birth giving. That's got to be one of the most painful experiences. This isn't painful. This is just I'm mad at myself. I feel like this is something. Oh, sorry. Yes. What is that?
96 is the year the movie came out.
Oh, I didn't expect that one. For some reason, I was just going to say Woody Harrelson. Like, I don't think there's a movie it's just called Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
I feel like because it's named after a famous actor, that I almost feel like how wide ranging can the hints be without completely giving it away. Oh, so 1996. Does it star any other famous actors?
Yeah.
Is it like an ensemble film?
I don't know. Yeah, sort of. Sort of, yeah.
1996 ensemble named after a famous actor but doesn't feature that famous actor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so last question. The movie is named after a famous actor, but does it have anything to actually do with that actor?
Not at all.
Tom Cruise, the movie.
Tom Cruise, the movie. Oh boy. I guess you can't drag this out forever.
I will say that the actor in question is somewhat related to the beginning of our episode.
To the beginning of our episode. Man, that was like 13 minutes ago.
It's more than 13 minutes ago.
oh crap. Dang, dude. The fact that I can't remember.
Yeah, I got nothing. I was like, yeah, what?
23 minutes ago. That's
Start of the episode.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm giving up.
I'm mad though.
It's the.
No, the Ryan Junjun, the Roy Shrek, the Roy sang me, Rick.
Damn, that was so close.
Was okay.
Oh, Randy's the Hulk Hogan movie, Randy Savage.
Was it? No.
Oh, Vince McMahon. The movie. I got nothing.
Me like hitting the 50
It
minute mark.
is. I get it. Yes. It is 1996's movie directorial debut, I believe, of Michael Bay, The Rock.
Oh God! I would have never. Oh,
that one's hard.
Boy, yeah, that's
difficile.
Yeah, that was tricky though. It was succinct, but it is tricky. That is tricky.
The Rock.
Because even though it even asked, like, if it has anything to do with the name, like with the actual actor, because I thought it could be like a situation where they just talk about the actor, but like the actor never shows up, and
I I was not thinking Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah,
that's
it's not.
rough.
Yeah,
That's rough.
all right. I'm sorry, Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery.
I was going to say, like, the funny thing is, I don't even think he was called this at that time. But I feel like the mention that would have said that, you'd have maybe been like, The Rock?
Oh,
I'm not sure if you.
Yeah,
So,
because The Rock. It came that year, like between like 95 and 97. Like I would say like 94, 97. I cannot discern like when movies came out.
I feel it.
So I had no idea The Rock came out in 96.
It surprised me too. I had to look up when he asked me that question. I was like, when did The Rock come out? Because, like, to me, things like The Rock, Face Off, like, they just kind of like blur. It's just like this like conglomerate of like, they all came out at the same time.
Yeah, dude. That's 100%. Broken Arrow. I don't know why I'm throwing like a Christian Slater movie in there, but like all of them have this sort of just ambiguous. Hey, it was mid 90s. It's the best I got.
And the best that I've got is the thrilling conclusion of our Tingen Toppa Gurren Lagann mini-series, where we went over your own personal Pan Gurren Lagann. Tingen Toppa means heaven piercing, which is something that pops up multiple times in this movie.
Yeah.
And in the series itself. If you watched last week's episode, you'll know we went over the first part of these two movies. They are two movies. The first one is Tingen Toppa Gurren Lagann. I'll just say Geki Joban at this point, even though that goes before Tingen Toppa. And Geki Joban just means the movie. And the first one is Childhood's End. This one is known as Light. All the Lights in the Sky Are Stars. Nice. A throwback to one of the first lines that Yoko gives the boys once they actually get out to the surface and they see all of the lights in the sky. And she lets them know that they're stars. Otherwise known as Geki Joban Tingen Toppa Gurren Lagann Hen. The Lagann chapter. And I can now say why it is called that. Obviously, the first one is Gurren Hen because it is focused on Kamina up to a certain point. And this one is focused on Simon, i.e. the Lagann Hen. So, again, no box office numbers. So, I also have seen 900,000. No one can tell me why that number. There's no source on that being the box office number.
Oh.
But
900,000 yen? Or
no. US.
Dollar? Okay.
No clue. I also don't know if it comes from the theatrical run that it had last year or if that is actual numbers from when it came out. It came out in April of 2009. I think I said that before. I may not have. So it gives it like 6 months, a little bit more than 6 months between the two movies coming out. Should have been. I mean, it wasn't going to be very hard because a lot of it is from the show that already existed. But like I did say, this one does have a significant amount more of original animation in it. So they probably made both at the exact same time, and this one just took them a little bit longer. So 92% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, slightly lower than the 95% that Childhood's End had, which I think is weird because I actually think, I'll say ahead of time, I think this one is the better of the two movies.
Yeah.
Movies that came out that month in Japan: Detective Conan, The Raven Chaser, Crayon Shin-chan, Roar, Kasakabe Wild Kingdom. That was all one thing.
Wow.
Not multiple movies together. One of the 10 million Crayon Shin-chan movies that came out that keep coming out. And as far as foreign movies, Slumdog Millionaire.
Wow.
And get this, Punisher Warzone.
Which is easily the best Marvel movie ever.
And the saddest thing is I can't say it's the worst because like Elektra exists.
Yes, that's true.
But it is not good.
As well as Captain America, 1990.
And Fantastic Four. You know, you get some good ones and you get some bad ones.
Can't all be booyahs.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life.
Facts of life.
Right.
I basically gave the synopsis in the last week's episode, but to give, I guess, a slightly different synopsis, this is the second half. It goes over like episodes 15 to 27. So that's, again, a lot of episodes that it has to go over. And a big chunk of a little. I don't want to say it's no, it is a problem. The first like 5 or so episodes are really glossed over because that's the Battle of Tepelin, and we start off this movie with the Battle of Tepelin, which they give you the last day of the Battle of Tepelin, and there's just a lot missing here, and I hate that a lot because the battle with Lord Genome is so good.
It seems like it should be, yeah.
And you get so much more information about what has been happening, why things were going the way they were, and who Lord... Like, the thing about Lord Genome is that Lord Genome does hide why he did what he did. And a lot of the belief is that he is spiraling into madness.
Spiraling?
Yeah, I said that because they use that themselves. Saying
okay.
That he's spiraling into madness. But it is more about him, like as we learn, trying to suppress the spiral power that exists within humanity. Mm-hmm. So in reality, he was trying to protect humanity. He was just doing it in a very bad way. But I do understand why he, to some degree, had to do it, because if he allowed them, like, say, all of the vestiges of what we know, like, in modern, like, society underground, they would just eventually rise themselves up out of it. So, like, not giving them access to technology, not giving them access to, like knowledge and information, basically allowed them to, like, sit in a state of just, like, stasis.
Yeah.
Until, like, either something happens or something doesn't happen. But you don't get that when you're watching the show.
Yeah.
But you're like, man, who is this dude? Why is he doing this to everybody? And then, like any good anime character, divulges the plan as he's dying. So I wish it went over more of the Battle of Tepelin, because you really would have gotten, like, and Lagann, like, Lagann is such a cool, like, mech, and you get, like, flashes of this fight. Mm-hmm. It's like, why? That fight is crazy good, and you gave us, like,
crumbs.
Yeah.
It's
like, there's a tasty sandwich up there. Why are you giving me these little crumbs?
That's a tasty sandwich up there. Dude, that's probably my last words. As I fade into the abyss, there's a tasty sandwich up there. I want to grab it. It was one of those, like, when a movie started, I thought that it was going to... I thought it was just kind of starting at the end of that battle, and then it was going to revert back to, like, the day one. Me too. And then go through. Mm-hmm. And then it was just like, this is day 7. It's done! Shit. The next thing is 7 years later.
It's like, oh, all right, time skip.
Because, like I said, I haven't seen these movies where I was like, so we're not doing the Battle of Tepelin? Because it really does set itself up to be like, and now we're going back, and then it just doesn't go back. Yeah. It's like, if anything, it went back, like, maybe, like, 5 minutes.
This is how they walked into the room.
This is what happened after.
Yeah.
Okay, I was actually upset. I was like, that's such a cool fight. Why did you kick that part out? But then when you see, like, the end, I'm like, okay, you spent so much for the end that I completely understand. Because if I'll say it now, the end is the change in this movie.
Oh, okay.
That fight is so much more different between the series and here that I completely am like, okay, you spent everything towards that part. Yeah. So you're like, that's not doing this beginning part.
Of the budget. So they weren't throwing universes in the anime?
They were throwing universes. They were still throwing universes.
All right, never mind.
The changes that occur, I'll explain, like, as we go through that part.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you haven't listened to the first, why are you here? Listen to that one, then come back and listen to this one. And when I say something like Battle of Tepelin, you'll be like, I still don't understand it, because we didn't talk about that in the first one. But you'll be better understood on why I said what I'm about to say here, which is between the death of Kamina and the Battle of Tepelin, so much is taken out that you're almost like, what's happening here, right? But I think that after the Battle of Tepelin, all the way through to the end, all of that is not truncated as much, and therefore I think it gives you a better idea of, like, what's happening.
Yeah.
right?
100%.
Like you can follow that along much better than you could.
Yeah.
Like the first movie. So you do get that 7 years later. That happens in the series as well. And a change here is that Nia is like essentially kind of writing letters to Kamina, someone who she's never actually got to meet,
Right?
Because Kamina dies before she ever gets there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of her way of journaling what's happening in her life and what's happening in the lives of others, while also being able to pay respect to someone who Simone clearly like loves so much. And that's a very nice touch that isn't in the series, because it shows that she genuinely cares for people that he cares for, even though those people aren't around anymore. And she also sees how much Kamina means to everybody that's a part of Gurren, because like to him, they like to them he was everything, and they've now had to like learn to move past that.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say someone like replaces Kamina in their lives as much as they just come to respect him in a way that they respected Kamina.
Yeah, in that leadership role.
Yeah. And he takes to the leadership role like pretty much exactly the way that Kamina would. And it's so interesting to me that they aren't actually related, because of how similar the two like look and act. But yeah, they're not related. So we get to like a future for them, which is oddly enough, I guess they don't really explain it in either the series or the movie. I guess they just took old knowledge and applied their like current knowledge to it.
Okay.
Which is why you get things like cars with feet, because they don't know about wheels. They just know like gunmen.
Yeah.
So everything to them, technology wise, is a gunman. So like the rocket ships, that's a gunman. Cars are gunmen. Trains are gunmen.
Yeah.
And so and it's so interesting because they have hover technology. You think they would have just applied that to it, but instead they just applied their like gunman concept to like these things, and they take where Teplin was essentially and make it into Kamina City. And they've also been liberating people from underground, and making new cities. Something that doesn't show up in the movie that does show up in the series is like Roshu's like grip on the government.
Oh,
so for instance, they are fighting like rebels, people who do not want to like leave underground.
Oh, okay.
And they like are trying to force people up to the surface to like modernize. And there are people who don't want to do it, and that becomes like a talking point in the series, because it shows that Roshu is changing and has been changing for the past 7 years to what the priest was that used to run the village that he lived in.
Yeah.
And another big change that happens is how the anti-spiral show up.
Okay.
So in the movie, they claim to show up because someone was attempting to go to the moon. And the moon is important, as Lord Genome himself said, just simply because it's considered the boundary of Earth.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much nothing's supposed to come inside or outside of that range of the moon. But in reality, what happens in the series is that, much like in Roshu's village, there's a limit on how many people there are supposed to be. And the birth of Dayaka's child actually triggers the anti-spiral.
Okay.
Because that's when they go over the limit. And it's found out that Roshu's actually actively tracking how many people exist and how many people are born.
Okay. Did he know like the number that they were shooting for?
He did know the number that they were shooting for, but wasn't able to stop the event from coming.
Wow.
Interesting.
That is some interesting context. I didn't know.
So when the anti-spiral show up and they take over Nia, who you find out is actually of the anti-spiral race themselves.
So I guess, do they explain that, or is it just plot? Like, is it just like because she's posited as Lord Gunman, or
so
Lord
she is Lord Genome's daughter.
Yeah, okay.
But Lord Genome essentially is kind of like self-replicating almost, in a sense.
Okay.
Like so he can So the reason that the Beastmen exist
Yeah.
is like spiral power. He
Okay.
basically like he's so powerful that he was instilling life into animals and also just like creating life.
Mm.
So he created Nia.
Okay.
He didn't need like he has concubines,
Mm.
but I think Nia does. I think Nia is a product of a concubine, like him taking one of the women from underground and having his way with them and creating Nia. But Nia is also a anti-spiral because she was essentially like, let's say like stardust in a sense, wrapped itself around and helped create life.
Okay.
And she is that, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Which is why, like, later on, I say, like, how fitting, in a sense, like, how ironic it is that my reincarnation is the child of Lord Genome, like, one of the grand enemies of the anti-spiral race. But she's placed there, and there's probably more like Nia in every single spiral race.
Okay.
Probably because the anti-spiral just created, like, spies, in a sense, that would, like, activate as soon as they were needed. So you get all that, and all this craziness is happening, but that part actually is much longer. Because there's like a deadline, and that deadline is kind of rushed through in the movie because we got to get to that ending.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
there's this whole part where like once Shimon and like Gurren Lagann like kind of stop some of the anti-spirals and that explosion happens and stuff. He's not immediately arrested. He actually kind of goes off, and Gimme and his sister actually end up like fighting him, like just to try to bring him back in.
Wow.
And then he finally like gives up, goes down into the center of the earth essentially, and runs back into Viral, who reveals that he has like realized that Kamina had been dead, and then realizes that he's been fighting Simone, which is why he's upset that Simone like essentially gave up.
Yeah.
Which you see in the movie, but it doesn't really feel like he should have that feeling about Simone.
Yeah.
But when you realize that he actually like gained respect for Simone because he realized he had been fighting him the entire time, he's like, okay, why are you down here? Like Kamina wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Kamina would still be up there like fighting.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the few times you see that break between Simone and Kamina, where like, yes, Simone has gained a lot of confidence and a lot of capability as a leader, but he's still that like timid, like uncertain, like kid that we saw throughout the first movie. He just hides it better, essentially.
Yeah.
So they eventually learn that they need to get away. Doesn't work out for them, and then we essentially halfway through the movie get to our ending point, which is the battle against the anti-spiral, and that lasts a good chunk of the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
And it is an insane fight. I'm trying to remember how many of the episodes it takes up. I want to say it's like 5 or 6.
Jeez.
But
surprised it's not more.
Yeah.
It's so the major change that happens that I think for the better in this is that only Kitan dies.
Okay.
So in the series, all of the old guard just start sacrificing themselves. Like they just keep running into situations where somebody kind of needs to stay behind, and they're like, I'll stay behind. You're like, why? Like it's just like, yes, the anti-spiral are incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
They're like oppressively strong, but you guys should be like able to continuously meet them. And instead it becomes like Simone can do that, but the rest of us cannot, so we will drop ourselves off. And it's like Kitan doing it made sense because his should have only been the one spark needed. And doing that in the movie, I was like, yes, that's exactly how it should be, because it doesn't make sense for all these other guys to just be like, see ya.
Yeah.
And just drop off. And that, like, by the time you're at the ending of it, it's just like 4 or 5 people left. And you're like, all right, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
And this one, everybody got to be around except for Kitan. And it helped Kitan feel more, I don't want to say important, but like meaningful.
Yeah.
Because he did the sacrifice needed for everybody to get away. And he got to do essentially what Kamina himself also did.
Yeah.
And the two were like so like linked in a sense that it just like when they get to that like scene where the two of them show up for Simone, it's like, yes, that makes like it's more meaningful.
Right.
Yeah. And I imagine it would be like we were talking about in the previous episode with part 1, be even more meaningful if like the context was there and like with some parts not having been truncated, because I could tell that Catan was like an important character, but I think that it would have, again, going through 27 episodes felt even more significant. I think that one of the interesting things about the battle is that I started to recognize just how much inspiration it lent to that episode of Regular Show, where it was a couple episodes of Regular Show. One is the episode, the Slam Dunk episode with the basketball coach, because when the moon opens up in part 2, I immediately thought of when the coach comes from the moon.
Yeah.
When like, what is it? Mordecai says something like, "Man, basketball sucks." And dude, just the moon opens up and his car comes off of that runaway and floats towards Earth. I was like, this is right here. And then it's the other episode where it's like the baby ducks versus the geese. And they just keep evolving. Like, and the names keep changing and getting longer and longer. And then they attach to the moon and they integrate to the moon. They become an even bigger mech. And then it just keeps going. I was like, dude, because here I was like, man, it's crazy that so many of those evolutions in this film, especially, like, it happened in such a tight time span to where every time they evolved, you thought, like, oh, this is going to be it. This is the ultimate form. And then the anti-spiral was like, no, I'm still strong. Okay, let's evolve again.
It's really crazy because like when I was watching it in the series, you're like, it can't keep happening.
Yeah.
But it kept happening. You're like, it cannot keep happening.
Yeah.
So like you go from, obviously you got like Gurren Lagann to Gurren Lagann to Gurren Lagann. And then you have Die Arc, because to Arc Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
To Cathedral arc, to Cathedral, to Cho Gurren Lagann, to finally Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann itself, to Cho Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. And you're like, okay, all right, let's.
Should have stopped 4 iterations ago.
Dude, it kind of reminds you of the opening of Late Night with the Devil. Where it's just like every production company, I'm assuming that maybe donated anything more than $10, got their own little like
splash art thing. Yeah.
Put somebody in this. Give me a Gurren Lagann. All right, you get Art Gurren Lagann.
All right, Jordan.
But I guess because the arc, when that transformation was happening, doesn't it like split, like the center kind of split apart?
Yeah, they like form the legs and stuff. Yeah.
Do the people that are in the like
all the rooms like shifted?
Oh, okay.
So that they didn't just like fall out.
Yeah, I was like, what? They were so like, oh yeah, this is awesome. He's fighting for us, and they're just like, oh shit, like my house.
Dude, what a wild ride!
Truly,
that wild ride. And I would definitely agree with you guys. Like, it is surprising to see that score was lower, because I was like, I thought this one was better than the first one.
Yeah, it
so
definitely
where
is.
Come from?
It's I don't know. Honestly, I didn't look into like the reviews. I just thought it was interesting that it was a lower one, because I think that, I mean, maybe it's just because this one's such a spectacle compared to the first one, which is like very toned down and like dark. This one is just battle.
Yeah,
it's like
dude, yeah. It reminds me like almost like Endgame, where in like a 2-hour mark about an Endgame is when the final battle starts, and it's just a battle the rest of the movie, pretty much.
Yeah, it feels very much Endgame-ish, except like everyone was already there, so there didn't need to be like a summoning point. I guess a summoning point was just like Gurren Lagann constantly becoming something new. Other things that I'd never understood, I still don't understand. I don't know why like the enemy uses like hands and feet and faces as their like ships.
Yeah,
I've never understood that. It is very weird to me, but especially because the anti-spiral themselves have kind of like, I don't know if it's evolution or de-evolution, but they've like formed into just like a formless being.
Yeah,
who's just like man-shaped.
Yeah.
But like doesn't have features, so I don't know why like the hands and feet and faces are so like detailed. And then I'll 100% admit it's such a spectacle that all of the like the way they explain stuff just gets tossed out the window. It's just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of Jujutsu Kaisen-esque of just like, it just happens because then this comes together and then this happens, and you're like, well, sure.
Like, there's water in space.
Yes,
it's
that
actually
was
super
like,
ultra
what?
condensed.
Wild.
Oh, but it's the condensation of the spiral power, and if
Super
you use too much, it
condensed
gets heavier.
space.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, there was a line, and actually this is kind of plays to like the first part more, but that reminded me of, is it Geto's line that he has to Gojo? The question of like, are you the strongest because you're Gojo Satoru, or are you Gojo Satoru because you're the strongest?
Mm-hmm.
There's something that Kamina says to Simone is like, or no, I think he says it to Yoko about Simone is like, I believe in him because he believes in me, and he believes in me because I believe. It was like one of those circular sort of like philosophical state that I've come to love about so many animes. Is like sometimes they spit this philosophy and it's so confusing, but I'm just like, yeah, I'll accept that.
And it leads again into like that concept of just circle, which becomes a spiral.
Yeah.
Which like is infinity. Like and that whole like concept of infinity and constant just like upward like evolution is just like very interesting. Because I would have never thought to myself like a drill as a thing that could like never stop and cease endlessly. Because if you look at the line of a drill, it does like form like a thing that you never see like the end of.
Yeah.
Once it starts moving, it just constantly looks like it should be moving. And then there's that like, so when they both do their hisatsu, their super
mega breaker drill.
Yeah, their super giga drill breaker.
Yes.
And you see them like hit each other, and then like everything goes out, and then you see them again, and then like you just see just the drills themselves, and then it eventually becomes like the infinity symbol. And it's just showing that like you can't stop progress, essentially, is what I think the whole byline of Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is. You just can't stop progress. The anti-spiral wants to stop progress, but they can't. And it's interesting that like, because I mean it's an inevitability. Like their whole thing is being scared essentially of what the big rip is. Like eventually there is going to come a point in time where like there's so much energy within the universe and everything is so spread out because it's constantly moving outward that energy is going to eventually dissipate and rip, and there won't be a universe anymore because it'll then rubber band itself back into to create a new Big Bang. So like even that in itself is just again more progress. But they think that, I think it's more like they were scared of dying. But I guess in this world, like once you're a spiral being, it doesn't seem like you can die. If you have enough spiral power within you, you just can't die. So the anti-spiral is just so powerful in spiral energy, in spiral power, I should say, that they foresaw themselves being at the end of the universe, and they didn't want to see the end of the universe. But it's an inevitability, just like it is in the real world. It just will take millions of years before that happens, probably billions. Who knows?
Rather than like 7 years or however long the battle takes.
But their progress is so fast that it's like they literally go in 7 years from living underground to being able to shoot a rocket into space.
Yeah, it's
so
pretty impressive.
To them and to these other worlds, it is a crazy like amount of just ability to just evolve at rapid pace. Yeah. So it could be just a few years for them. Who knows? Right. But at the end, we get a fight just between Simone himself and the anti-spiral. Yeah. And there's no telling on what actual scale at that point that fight is, whether they are still the size of universes.
Yeah, I was about to say, because they were throwing galaxies, so what's
just wild.
Yeah.
And I was reading like a wiki, and someone said that in theory, the final battle could take over 1.8 billion years.
Oh, because like light year, like
because of like their size and what is happening and how long it takes. And I can believe it, but I mean, obviously, it takes place in a very short amount of time because people on Earth are watching it.
Right.
They don't age, so it probably happens in the span of time that we see it happen. But I love that fight. It's so much better in the movie, like animated wise. There's also the like everybody getting like Tingentoppa versions of their like mechs. That doesn't happen in the series. So it was really cool to see that part. And that part, like I was talking about Super Robot Wars earlier, like that part is in the games.
Oh, okay.
So like that was my first experience seeing that part because I was like, this is so much different than it was in the series. And then I saw it here, and I was like, that's where it came from. And that's why it looks so good. and then like eventually everybody forming Tingentoppa and Gurren Lagann, like Cho Tingentoppa Gurren Lagann, and it again being like essentially Kamina that they form into, and Kamina having like when they were all about to essentially die, pop up and show them like they got to continue fighting, and it being Kamina specifically for each one of them. So that part kind of gets lost. Like it looks like they're all just like been chilling, and then like only like Simone got the like an adventure, but everybody else didn't. But that is extended a little bit longer so that you see everybody like see Kamina.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Before seeing Gurren Lagann and then like going off with it. But enough of my yapping. I think we are in our final segment of the day.
What is that segment?
I think it goes
something like, how many Panharmonicons does this get? How many Panharmonicons does this get? Oh, how many Panharmonicons does this get? Who wants to spit?
I'll spit.
Spit.
Because I give this one a 4. This one, we're climbing back up just because it was a more cohesive. I guess I will say more of the movie was cohesive than the first one. Because, I mean, we already discussed how the beginning of the movie was a little odd. But it's also just fighting in space is so sick. Yes. Like it's just like you can't hate on that. Like it's just, oh my god,
dude,
it was so well drawn and just so cool. It was sick that everyone kind of got their own like power up moment too, and then it just hit every good feeling trope. You know, you gotta love it.
I thought it was crazy that Moon was about to punch the Earth. Like that was actually a sentence uttered. It's like he's about to punch the Earth.
And then they just show him just.
It's just like, man, like imagine us sitting here and you look up and it's like, what is that overcast? And it is a giant mech fist.
But then how fast would Gurren? Because was it Gurren Lagann at that point? Like how fast would he have had to? Because he was souped up, but like how did he get so fast under the fist?
Yeah.
It had to be close to the speed of light.
Truly,
to move that fast in space.
I would also give it a 4.
Nice.
Yeah, I was also going to give it a 4. This one was super cool. And that battle going on, I was intrigued to see. Part of me kind of thought that, like, okay, like surely, you know, it being like 40 minutes or an hour into the movie, surely this battle won't last the rest of the movie. And it did. And I enjoyed it. And I was like, I'm here for it. I was also happy for a little bit that Yoko was like no longer, at least in the beginning of the movie, that sexualized version of herself.
I didn't want to talk about it, but yeah.
And
dude.
then
she got like super fan serviced out. I was like, I was like, why is she wearing less clothes than she even was when she was
just like a belt? I think a belt with like 2 belt buckles, and then
just some panties,
like
some thigh-high boots.
Yeah, like
she was like,
high rise.
This looks right.
And then her mech, just her titties were like rocket launchers. Like
now, granted, that is something that happens in other mecha anime.
That's true.
They obviously did it on
2
purpose
weeks,
here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I'm gonna give this one a Panharmonicon first. It gets a 4.1.
Ooh, okay.
Panharmonicon first.
Out of 5, I like it better than I like the first one, but I very much dislike the beginning. After that, it is just it's on rails and it leads towards a spectacular finish, but it isn't so much greater that I needed to give it 4.5. As a whole, I give the two movies a 4.5 out of 5. But as an individual movie, Lock and Hen gets a 4.1 out of me, just simply because it does things better, but it also took away one of my favorite parts of the show itself.
Yeah.
Which was, seemingly to be like, this is the fight with the big bad, and then they're just like,
And
actually...
it's crazy to gloss over.
Yeah.
Right? It'd be like if we like started Avengers Endgame with the death of Thanos,
right?
But we saw it like off screen almost,
Yeah.
and then he never shows back up throughout the movie, and instead like Doctor Doom shows up.
Yeah.
And you'd be like,
but then
I didn't see Doctor Doom coming.
Yeah.
It's like at the beginning when they chop off Thanos' head, it still rolls around and he says, "Beware of the Doom." Yeah. And then he just then you're like, oh, okay. and then like halfway through the movie, Doctor Doom shows up. And he's like,
oh shit.
oh, okay, Doom. Oh, I got you. But so we didn't care about Thanos.
Well, we're gonna connect his head to a bioorganic computer.
Yeah.
And then eventually he'll form a full Thanos.
Yeah.
To fight
But then he sacrifices his Thanos body.
Temporal body.
Yeah.
for Thor
love how
Force
they-
to get
yeah,
the Captain
I love how they-
America.
They kept it. He's like, don't worry, it's not a real body. It's like, what?
That's spiral power for you. That's why, like, at the end,
Plot.
Gimme gets, like, when Nia finally, like, when she disappears and he just kind of accepts it, and then Gimme's like, you could just bring her back. You could bring back everybody we've lost.
Yeah.
And that scene actually makes more sense when he says it in the series because of how many extra people are gone.
Yeah.
But in this one, like, he's like, you could bring everybody back. And he's like, I'm not God.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to play God. Like, part of evolution is that people come and go. And we just have to accept that as we progress forward.
And it was another one of those, like, kind of almost teases at her death, because it was like the same thing with just like, oh, like she's disappearing. Oh, no, she's holding it. And then you're like, are we just good then? Like, and then, nope.
Like, nah, she's gone. I remember like seeing that in the original and be like, that sucks. Because like it almost kind of felt like they kept trying to draw Yoko and Simone together.
Yeah.
But never wanted to like fully commit to it.
For sure.
It was like, okay, he has somebody and now she's kind of on her own, but then she gets Kitan, but then Kitan is gone. And he had Nia, but now Nia is gone. Yeah. And it's like those two continuously just like lose, but never come together. And in fact, Simone just like goes off on his own and just lives life and becomes an old man, I guess. And at this point, like everybody else is just like off in the stars and like doing stuff, and he's just helping little kids dig.
So they like give more of his like, I guess not backstory because it's his after story. Like, do they give like
that little end scene? No, that was what you got in the series.
Oh, okay.
He just kind of shows back up and helps that kid open a coconut, and then he's like,
Gotcha.
I'm just a lonely digger.
I'm a lonely digger with a coconut. I'm a lonely digger with a coconut.
You saying digger or?
I'm saying digger. I'm saying digger. Yes. Oh my goodness. Dude, what?
I'm sorry, I had to check. I was like,
I guess I was saying kind of mumbling in low, but no, I'm saying
hard D.
He was giving that a hard D.
I'm a lonely digger with it. Yes. You know what?
I was gonna do a transition, and I was like, that transition's not right. Yeah. Because I was gonna say, and if you got a hard D, then I was like, nope, that doesn't work.
We're just in a train. We're just busting in a train.
Let's just end the episode.
Yep. So we're just gonna hard transition here. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Panharmonicon Studios presents
a podcast. Yeah. Macho Man Indie Savage.
All about the ending. Forget about the beginning for a little bit there.
Oh yeah.
YouTube, if you are liking what you're listening to, maybe give us a little bit of a thumbs up. Maybe give us a little bit of a thumbs down.
I wish people could see your fingers right now, the way they're trembling.
Again, when you're doing the Macho Man, it isn't just the voice. No. You gotta get the mannerisms in there. You gotta get the motion. So if you're doing it correctly, like you've been hearing, give us a thumbs up. And if you're not liking what you're listening to, give us a thumbs down. Spotify, if you're liking it, you're gonna give a 5. And if you're not, maybe a 4. Maybe a 3. Or maybe a 2. But never a 1! Drop a comment. Let us know how you're feeling. Let us know if you got a Macho Man impression. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Heads up, heads down, you never know which way the Macho Man's coming. And the Macho Man's gonna say to you, hit that subscribe button. And if you're not, you're out. But hit that subscribe button and hell, hit that notification bell if you're subscribed. Yeah, hit that notification bell. And above all else, I want to thank you. Thank you for listening to another episode of Panharmonicon Presents a podcast. Yeah, a podcast. That's right. And
We've had you for 67 minutes.
yes, sir.
67 minutes of playtime.
And we'd have you for 3 more, but you're not Spider-Man. You're not that little spider freak. So I want to thank you for listening.
Hope to get you on the next one. Constipated.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Pardon me, but that is quite enough, man of the spiral.
What?
You would sacrifice one of your own in order to escape the Sea of Darkness. In order to survive, you destroy without a second thought.